So Virzi is completely addicted to skating now, and he wants to get better at it. And so we're fucking in Edmonton. The next morning, we got to drive down to Calgary. And Virzi's going like, there's got to be a place here to skate. So we find out they have a skating rink at the mall. And not only is it a mall, it's one of the most giant malls in North America.
North America, yeah. West Edmonton Mall.
Rivaling, what's that one in Minnesota?
Mall of America.
Mall of America, yeah. So, which I've been to that one, too. So we go to that one. We're walking through there with our fucking skates. Two middle-aged guys walking through this thing with fucking skates. And we walk in, there's like this giant pirate ship. I mean, like, you could sail the fucking ocean with this fucking thing.
Yeah, it was official.
And I look on the other side, it was really deep water, and they took all this time to make it look like there was a shipwreck. And I'm like, Jesus Christ. I mean, like, you could fucking...
Yeah, it was monstrous, man.
Yeah, like Shaq could drown in this water if he didn't. That's how fucking deep it was.
It was huge.
And then we look on the other side, and I'm like, Paul, is that a fucking sea lion? They had sea lions at this thing, and they're like throwing at fish and shit.
Fish, and it was catching.
A trainer was. It wasn't like people just walking by throwing shit from the food court. It was a trainer throwing it, and so we're just walking through the mall, endless fucking mall. They had a water park there.
Yeah.
It was. I didn't look at any stores. I was too distracted by the shit in the middle. And then we finally get all the way to the ice rink.
Ice Palace. They called it Ice Palace, and we got all excited.
And we're the only people with skates, just walking through, holding our fucking dumb skates, and we get all the way to the other side. Virzi's all excited, like, dude, I'm telling you, I'm going to get better at this. You wait.
I was ready.
By the end of the summer, he's already talking shit. Dude, I'm calling it right now. I'm going to be fucking skating backwards. You're going to be like, what the fuck happened, Virzi?
Yeah.
Right? And then we show up. And there's a big judo tournament where the ice rink is, and they fucking put all this flooring all over it.
I was in denial. I'm like, maybe this isn't the rink. Maybe
this is the rink.
Dude, it says Ice Palace, Paul. This is it. They covered it up. This is it. I got upset, though, at the mall, man. Remember that girl, man? That really bothered me. We're walking through the food court, and, we had a gyro. Great gyro at this place.
As you do.
Yeah. A great gyro at this place called Jimmy the Greek. The one complaint, and you agreed, a little too much white sauce, and it was pasty.
Yeah, it was a
little pasty.
He should have gone one scoop, he went two.
One scoop less and a little hot sauce, and it would have been fucking...
He got excited.
It would have been epic, yeah. We got excited. So then I said to Bill, I like a little dessert after I eat. I like a little candy bar. I like a little,
so like a little sugar in your tank.
So I go, Bill, man, there was a frozen yogurt place. I go, yeah, Pinkberry or something. So let's go frozen yogurt. So you go, all right. So we're walking by.
Let's paint the picture. So two middle-aged men with skates are now
I don't like how you keep saying I'm middle-aged.
You are middle-aged.
I'm 30. I just turned 35.
35 times 2 is 70. Most guys fucking drop.
Well, I call middle-aged. Yeah, all right.
What would you call it?
No, I guess you're right. I guess, I always just, when I thought of it as a kid, I always felt, it was... No, I don't know. I just remember, dude, I don't know.
What would you say, 40?
40s, but
40s?
40, people live long, man.
Dude, I'm fucking be 46. 46 times 2 is 92. You're going to really, I can't really sit there and say I'm middle-aged. I'll tell you the way I'm eating and smoking,
No, so we walk through and we're like, where was that frozen yogurt place? Let's go to that frozen yogurt place. So we see two young women walk by, and we figure, hey.
I looked at them, and I'm like, these ladies, they're going to know where a Pinkberry is.
They're going to know where a Pinkberry is. So we walk up, and you go first. You say to the friend, you go, hey, you guys know where...
they're good-looking, too, by the way.
Yeah, good-looking girls, and you go up first. You go, hey, you guys know where the frozen yogurt place is? And,
she did, a double take,
She did a double take so fucking rude, right? And she just was like, what? And then I looked at the other one, and I go, yeah, like a Pinkberry? And she kind of just, gives this shake-off, how would I know? Why you... And she fucking did. This is what she did. She did the classic pretty girl, you're clearly just asking me this because you want to talk to me thing. And I'm like, no, bitch, I want some fucking yogurt. Okay? I want a fucking treat. I just had lunch, and it really bothered me, dude. And we were walking around, and I wanted to find her. They
walked past us again. They did the loop on the food court.
I didn't know that, but I said to Bill when we got to the car, I go, I wanted to find her because I would have just went up to her and go, you know something? I found it, and you're a mean jerk. And then you go, why would you do that?
You're a mean jerk? That's terrible.
What am I going to call her, a cunt?
Well, don't call her anything if you're going to go with mean jerk. I mean,
I hate that pretty girl mentality.
Jerk.
That pretty girl
mentality.
Just
say you're mean. Or you're a jerk if you want to stay clean. But if you go, you're a mean jerk.
No, you're not. You're not pretty inside. You're not pretty inside.
She doesn't give a fuck. She's the hot girl at the mall. Paul, put yourself in her fucking pumps, all right? With two fucking
Fuck her.
jackasses standing there with ice skates when there's a judo tournament down the way, asking if they know where the fucking the ice cream store is. They looked at us the way they were supposed to.
You know what, dude? I like a sweetheart. I don't care how you
I
look.
would love to hear them tell the story. And they come, and then this just creepy guy comes up like, you know where they are.
Hey, you guys know.
Yeah, but that's the way they're going to hear it, Paul. Paul, you ever watch those fucking prison shows?
Which ones, like the Scared Straight?
No, not those ones where they talk about the worst prisons in the country and that type of shit.
Oh, yeah, I've seen a couple of those.
Yeah, and you just sit there watching it going, how the fuck would I go in there and not get raped? What would my game plan? You get scared watching it in your bedroom.
Right.
Women have to walk out of the house worried about that somebody's going to, dude, just imagine if
Dude, I had a winter hat on with a puffy ball on top of it holding ice skates, asking for yogurt.
Yeah, but
if anything, she probably thought I was fucking gay.
No. You don't look gay, Paul.
I know, but we just asked a question.
Your beard's too terroristy. You need to get a little more metrosexual if you're going to do that. We had sweatpants on. Dude, we were a mess.
Everybody on the fucking ground.
Yeah, that's what you look like.
My beard actually fucking says, everybody on the fucking ground. Yeah. No, but dude, I don't like the pretty girl who can't be approached with a question because, oh, this guy's hitting on me. It's awful. And you know something? The guy, especially the blonde one who went, like, shook her head like, what? She's going to be a nightmare. She's a fucking nightmare for some future guy. I'm telling you. She's a nightmare. She's already selfish. It's over.
What if she just knows what she wants and we're not it? Well, this is the thing, dude. You actually allowed, like, how old do you think they were?
They were probably 21, 22.
Yeah, you let a 21, 22-year-old. I mean, that's a girl at my age, not even a woman.
The way she shook it off.
You let her ruin, like, dude, we're driving down to Calgary.
Yeah, she ruined like
we got the Rocky Mountains on the right-hand side of the car, and you're just still calling her a cunt the whole way down.
It bothered the shit out of me. It was like, why would you ask me? How would I know?
Dude, you realize how funny that is that they did that to us? Like, what? Like, yeah, they really made us feel like shit. That's fucking hilarious if you look at it.
It bothered me.
And the whole time is because you wanted to get frozen yogurt?
Dude, how funny would it be if we chased him down? And I
Dude, you got frozen yogurt with sugar-free gummy bears on it.
Yeah, it was
so all natural.
No, organic gummy bears. How great would it be if we chased him down and I just walked up to her and I go, you know something? You hurt my feelings. And I just fucking broke down. You hurt my feelings. I just wanted yogurt.
Oh, by the way, for people listening here, this is last week, just trying to make jokes to not go out of your mind being on tour this fucking long.
Yeah.
Is we were doing the Dangerfield. Everything, I'll tell you, I got a friend of mine who loves yogurt, So we were doing that. And once that went away, that got old. Somewhere along the line, you started doing it. You started saying really sentimental shit to me and then pretending like you were crying. And then that just became like the running joke.
And then you started laughing and then you were just like, you got to do that on stage. Do that crying thing. So now we'll just go up and like if we'll be like, hey, man, I'm tired. But, dude, you know what? Hanging with you on the road has been great. You're the only one I could have done it with. And then Bill would come and tag it. That's the best thing. Bill would come and tag it. And
I would just be like, I was hoping you were going to say that. But dude, it's been fucking wonderful for my anger. I'm going to try to do that when I get home. Just pretend like I'm crying, man. It's fucking hilarious.
So 2 stories. We go in to eat, and we have this Filipino waiter, right? By the way, I like to play the games where I say...
Where the hell were we? Was that Edmonton? Or was that Calgary? That was Edmonton.
Yeah, it was Edmonton. So I like to do this thing where sometimes I like to fuck with people. So I'll just get on a phone, and I'll be like, Bill, go along with it. And we'll be in an elevator, and I'll go, what? No, that's horseshit. And like Bill just be like, what happened? So like I said, like he had a parole officer called and he said, and Bill goes, oh, they worked it out. And then instantly Burr goes, yeah, but what about that videotape? I go, no, they said it's insubmissible. and like the guy, there's just a stranger there, right? Sometimes I break out laughing. So Bill calls it, he gets a little emotional guy. So we turn this crying thing we do into like, this has been great, right? We turn that into doing it in public. So we have this Filipino waiter. Right? And the whole guy was great. He was talking to us. And at the end, I just go, he goes, here's your bill. And I go, I just want to say something. And I kept a dead straight face, and I go, "You've been a great waiter, man." And I put my hand on his fucking arm, and I go, "You know, you're bringing the waters. And Bill just looks at him and goes, he gets a little emotional. You know what I mean? I go, "No, but it means a lot."
Guy didn't know what to do.
Guy had no,
because he was so fucking polite, and he was actually from the Philippines. So he's in.
Dude, you jumped right in perfectly.
Yeah.
My friend, he gets a little emotional. I go, "No, but Bill, he'd bring the waters." Oh, dude, he was freaked out though.
No, that's the new game on the road.
But you had the best one. I got to say, the best one was at the airport yesterday. We got to the airport yesterday, and Bill starts busting my balls about my laundry, and he goes, "Virzi, fucking 16 days, and you're carrying, dirty socks and underwear." And I go, "Dude, I bought new ones. The dirty ones are tied up tight in a plastic bag." And Bill just goes, "Just like your emotions." And dude, I fucking could not walk. I couldn't walk, and I had to stop pulling my fucking the bag I checked because we were laughing so hard. It works though. It makes it fucking great.
It's driving our tour manager nuts.
Oh yeah, that's the one thing we got.
Well, because women don't want to see a guy getting emotional like that. It's just.
Well, no, because once somebody cries, it's over.
Yeah, like when I go out afterwards and I'm taking pictures with people and stuff, I always come back. I was just saying, I got to tell you, I've seen a lot of people do that, doing the picture thing, but you got to be one of the best.
Dude, our wives.
She's going, "Would you stop fucking doing that?"
Our wives are going to go nuts. Because the first thing when I see Stace and you see your wife, we're just going to go, "It's been so long. I missed you so much."
No, you got to set it up with talking like
you got to start off normal.
Like you're going to say something really sentimental to them. So they're almost crying, and then you cry, which ruins their crying. And I swear to God, you get slugged in the shoulder, which is all you really want. Oh, shit, 20 minutes in. I'll tell you, Paul, time really flies with you on the podcast. It's been so fun. This is probably only funny to us, but I don't give a shit. Try it with your friends.
Oh, fuck that. If people aren't laughing,
the game is called He Gets Emotional. And just walk into a bar, just have one of your friends start hitting on a woman, and then
the other friend's got to go along.
Yeah, and then just starts welling up, and then the other guy goes, "I'm sorry," he just gets emotional, and you just got to let the other person deal with it. Dude, you're one at the fucking airport where you walked up to that lady at the little fucking I sell gum, whatever the hell it is. And she said, "Excuse me, do you have the
what are the biggest?" No, I broke out.
Oh, yeah.
I go, hey, man, how you doing? What are the biggest condoms you got?
Yeah, what's the biggest size condoms you have? I turned around and walked away.
And you turned around and walked away, and I'm just staring at her, and I'm biting my tongue as hard as I can to not laugh, and then I just burst out laughing. And
she said what? And then when you went to repeat it, you
started to try to point to it, and I lost it.
You lost it and had to walk away. Paul, we're punch drunk out here. One of my favorite things in this business was Opie from the Opie and Anthony show. He had this thing that he would do when guys would start crying when they would play audio.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. It was fun. And his timing was perfect every time. Someone would be talking, like retiring from a sport, like when Mike Schmidt retired, which is, it's very difficult to watch. He was like, he just was ending. It was like 38 years ago, a little boy began a journey to play the wonderful game of baseball. And then Opie would always go, "Oh, boy." One of my favorite, and it always...
Oh, boy.
It always meant, oh, God.
That's great.
Like, nobody wants to see a man just completely... You know what it is? I can watch a guy cry if something terrible has happened. Just don't try to talk while you're crying.
No, that's the thing. The talking and then bursting out into crying.
Just let your shoulders go.
Yeah.
You're fucking crying. But don't, for the love of God...
A man needs to cry in private.
Yeah, you do that in the shower.
You do it in the shower. Like when my son was born, everyone's like, "Did you cry yet?" And I'm like, "No, what are you talking about?" And then when my son was born, it all hit me later. And I went home to go get stuff for my wife in the hospital. And I sat on the couch, and I didn't weep, but I just got... I didn't weep, but I got emotional. But
I'm just picturing you sitting on the couch by yourself and you just go... That stupid face. Oh, it's just completely unacceptable. To use your thing from your podcast.
That's unacceptable.
The Virzi effect.
It's unacceptable, dude.
Completely
no,
unacceptable.
You're right, though. The talk into it, right?
Yeah.
The talk into it. That's what the funny thing about crying is,
Yeah.
It's like, you always do this to me. You always do this to me, and I'm trying my best. And then it's over.
Yeah.
It's fucking over.
Whenever my friends die, I've had so many who fucking died, I just cry in the shower. Yeah. That's what I do.
We asked a girl, right?
Because you don't feel like you're crying because there's all that water on your face anyways.
No, we asked the girl, we go, "What would you do if your dude started crying? Like if nobody died If a dude and you were just arguing.
He just had a bad day.
And he just had a bad day and you got into it and he broke down and cried and she goes, yeah, no, over. Get the fuck away from me.
Yeah. You know what's funny? There's some women, they think that they want to see that part of you.
They don't.
What that is to them is that's their total conquest.
Yeah.
Like, you know, when you bang a girl in the ass, and you're just like, yeah, I got this shit. I'm fucking with you.
No, yeah.
Their version of that.
I was just like, Jesus, Bill.
No, I'm fucking with you. Their version of that is if they can get you to be so vulnerable around them that you cry. And then it's one of those things. It's almost like when the crowd screams out a joke they already heard. They think they want to hear it again. And then you tell. It's like, that wasn't as good.
No.
It's the same thing as that.
Yeah, and you said something. You said something about, like, if a burglar comes in, if you cry in front of a woman, all in her mind is like, what if the burglar comes in on this fucking guy?
Yeah, no, it's over.
You can't cry. You strip a woman of security if you cry in front of her, I think. I don't think I've cried in front. I think my wife saw me.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah,
like,
you strip her of her security because now she's like, well, I got this fucking, I got this fucking
crisis.
I got this baby sleeping next to me every night. You know, it's over. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, no, you might as well just have a pullover sweater on, you know, walking around.
And then she mocks you. What are you gonna cry, bitch?
You're so mean. Yeah, it's fucking over, dude. You can't have that.
Have you ever cried? Have you ever cried alone listening to a song, or like not cried, but have you ever been like?
Oh no, I've completely broken down and I've totaled 3 cars, just weeping uncontrollably. No, have I? Yeah. Have I like totally cried? No. I've definitely teared up. Listen, as an artist, at some point you're going to have to go to those emotions. You need to be in tune with your instrument. No, I have. I've what was the ones like I had this weird thing where I stopped crying at some point. I don't know when. I stopped crying and got mad more when I got hurt and my brother beat the shit out of me. You know, most of the crying I'd be is just like "fuck you" at the end of it, but I wasn't crying. And then I didn't cry.
I remember one time, dude. My brother's bigger than me. My little brother's bigger than me, right? Big though, like. And I remember I said, if you fucking take my clothes again. If you take my clothes again, he did it every day. Right. He would go into my room, he would take my belt, he would take my clothes, and I'd come home and
you guys in a boy band?
And I need to go out.
Right.
And I go, Mom, if he does it again, I'm fucking hitting him. And my mom would be like, oh, you know, he did. And one time I really needed a shirt. And I'm fucking throwing shit through the house. And he gets out of his friend's car and he starts walking up. And he's got it on. And I fucking snapped. And my grandmother was there. And I jumped on him and I started punching him. And he stood up and he just goes, fuck you.
Wait, you made your older brother cry?
No, my younger brother.
Oh.
He was bigger than me. But he didn't know what to do. He got so upset that he looked around. He was so angry that something needed to come out. And he just goes, fuck you, dude.
What, did you feel bad? Did you start laughing?
No, I kind of just walked away and, we laughed about it afterwards. But now he's a big kid. But, my mom had the opposite.
I got a little brother of mine. He's an animal,
No, my mom said she went to a funeral once and everybody was there and everybody was crying and she was overwhelmed with emotion that they had to fucking drag her out. She said she had one of the most embarrassing things happen to her where she said she uncontrollably laughed because they said that could happen sometimes. So she's sitting there. she's sitting there and everybody's crying and like she went up and she could not stop laughing. And like and I said, why? Like, and she was like, Paul, I just don't know. She goes, I could not stop laughing and they had to walk me out. And like, and she just,
this is
she
your
said,
mom?
Yeah, she said because the emotions were so much that they said that could happen sometimes. Where you just like, she didn't know what to do. So instead of just breaking down, she went the other way and just couldn't control herself.
Yeah, no, like humor, like will protect you in a really, like that's what they don't get sometimes when comics make fucking horrific jokes about some bad event, make good jokes.
Yeah,
but it's about a horrific event, so they go, "That's so fucking mean." It's a defense mechanism. It's
no,
also,
my mom is a sweetheart who felt bad, and her emotions just went the other way. And she goes, "Paul, I felt so bad, I couldn't control myself." She said, "I couldn't control myself."
I hate to say this because somebody lost somebody, but if there was video of that, oh my god. So I was saying, somewhere around 10 or 11, I didn't cry for years and years and years, and I didn't cry until a friend of mine killed himself. And even then, I was sad, and it's just I was in the bathroom once again, and it was in there, and I remember I started to cry, and then I started thinking like, wow, I'm crying. I haven't cried in a long time, and then I stopped because I was out of it because I stopped thinking about the dude killing himself.
Wow. Yeah, I went 10 years without a cry, and then I had one.
What was it over? Yogurt.
They didn't have gummy bears. No, I think it might have been when my son was born. You know, it might have been when my son was born.
That's acceptable. I guess it's acceptable. Back in the day, you just stood out in the waiting room, right? Smoked a cigar.